Namaste everybody there. So I think today you are very excited because we are going to learn how to make momo, okay, vegetable momo. So I think you all know what is momo. So, and many of you or all of you might have tasted it several times, and today I am here with you for teaching you how to make momo. So are you ready for it? So it's based on page number 46. So where you find the different ingredients that are needed for making momo, and a cooking recipe is also given there. Are you all ready? First tell me, so do you like eating momo or cooking momo? So many of you like eating momo. Now today you must be today I have presented here a set of instruction for cooking momo, and I hope that you will be a good cook as well. So are you ready for it? So please turn page 46. Here we go. So cooking recipe for vegetable momo. Okay, so there are different kinds of momo: vegetable momo, non-veg momo, so both momo, chicken momo, so various kinds of momo. So cooking recipe, first tell me, what do you mean by recipe? Okay, what do you mean by recipe? Recipe is a set of instructions for making or preparing specially dish. Okay, specially dish. And here cooking recipe for vegetable momo means means a set of instructions for making vegetable momo. So are you ready? Okay, what is this? Obviously, what is this? It's a plate full of momo. Okay, now let's get started with ingredients. So cooking recipe for spelling RECIPE for vegetable momo. So what are the ingredients? Means the things that are required. Okay, things that are required for vegetable momo. So ingredients means the things. Okay, like for cooking or making cake, we need flour, milk, eggs, sugar. What are these? These are ingredients or the things required for making cake. Here, ingredients for making vegetable momo means all the things that are needed for cooking vegetable momo. Let's see what are they. So first, the first ingredients mentioned in your text in here, what is there? So carrot, okay, carrots 50 gram, carrots 50 gram, cabbage 90 gram, potatoes 25 gram, onions 50 gram, okay, sorry 15 gram, soy sauce half spoon, teaspoon, okay. So soya sauce means it's a kind of a thin dark brown liquid, so that are used for cooking food. It is basically it work as a tastifier, means it makes the dish tasty, okay, tastier. So it's salty in taste. So tasting powder means, have you heard this word? Tasting powder, what does it mean? Tasting powder, it looks like salt, okay, it looks like salt, and it's make it against means it makes your dish tastier. So tasting powder. And Momo Masala, so we can get it in the market. If you go to the grocery shop, you can buy it, Momo Masala. So garlic and ginger paste. So paste means like ledo. So paste, garlic and ginger paste 2 gram. So spring onions means, so now it's green onions. Spring onions means green onions. Onions 5 gram, salt and pepper, marich. So as per requirements, according to the taste, so you can put salt and pepper according to the taste. So next is butter. So butter 15 gram, and vegetable oil 20 gram, and flour flour pitho. So how much? So 120 gram. Okay. So these are a list of things. So it's a list of things that are required for making vegetable momo. I just now remember what is that word. So tasting powder means ajinomoto. Okay. It's called ajinomoto in Nepali. Okay students, now next step is for cooking recipe. So there is a list of things there. So do you see? So list of things. Now what are the steps? So what are the steps of making momo, vegetable momo? So we are going to read this today. First step is take a bowl. Okay, bowl. Sorry, take a bowl. Bowl means like round, deep round shaped dish. So kasaura. Take a bowl. Prepare dough by mixing flour, salt and water and salt. So dough means flour or meat combined with water or milk for baking into bread or cake. Means like now when you mix flour with water, salt, and you make a kind of shape that is called dough. Okay. So and next step is, the first step was that, and the next step is make sure the dough rests for about 15 minutes. No means now you shouldn't make immediately as you make the dough. Yes, you should put it for some time so that the taste will be good, so that it can be means very smooth form. Okay. So make sure the dough rests for about 15 minutes. The third step, wash all the vegetables. So first you should, for healthy vegetables, you must clean, wash them all so properly. And next is chop cabbage. Okay. The fourth point says chop cabbage or cabbage, onions and spring onions finely. So this is dry onions. Here cabbage means all banda kobi. So banda, and this onions means dry onions, and spring onions means green onions. And finely, what do you mean by finely? Means softly, minutely, nicely. Is that clear? Means properly. Means you have to make small pieces of all these vegetables. Yes. Next, boil potatoes and grate them. Boil potatoes. Now you need to boil potatoes for some time and grate them, and grate carrots as well. So grate, what do you mean by grate? Have you heard this word? So you might have done this act at your home for helping your mother, father, or whoever is in your home. So grate means now you take the thing and cross the things on the hard surface. I want to show you a picture of that. You see? So what is the person doing there? Grating. Yes, that act is called grating. So he or she is grating a carrot. So likewise, what you need to do here is, you need to grate potatoes and carrots as well. So next step is, take a bowl. So take a bowl and mix chopped cabbage, onions and spring onions, grate potatoes, carrot, soya sauce. Now you need to take all the things means cabbage, onions, spring onions, okay, and grated potatoes. So the potatoes and the carrot that you did, you grated finely. So you need to mix now, put them together, all the things, all the ingredients. And what you need to do there? You need to mix soya sauce. Soya sauce means a thin dark brown liquid made from soya beans and has a salty taste. Okay, salty taste. So it is dark brown liquid. You can, if you go to a grocery shop, you can buy it. You can find there. Next is After mixing these things, Momo spices as well, means Momo Masala, it means that. And ginger, garlic paste means an amount of fine particles made by crushing. As I have already told you earlier, its meaning in Nepali, that's called ledo, okay. So the paste of ginger, garlic and melted butter, melted one. So melted means now when you put ice cream in the open air for some time, it starts melting, yes. So melted butter, salt and pepper. Now you need to mix all of these things, because what we are going to do here, we are going to make vegetable momo, okay. And next step, let's see. Okay, now here next step says that portion out. So portion out the dough into small pieces. So we as I told you earlier, that you need to keep that dough for some time, for 15 minutes at least, yes. So for good shape, yes. So portion out means what? Portion out means make an amount of, means now that dough is means kept, means made in small shapes, okay, into small pieces, and roll out pieces means now we roll out, okay. We roll out the pieces and place the vegetable stuffing onto the pieces and seal them. So now what we do next is that, so after portioning out small pieces, small dough into small pieces, we roll them out, yes, we roll them, and we put those stuff of vegetables that we mixed in a bowl. So those things are kept there. Vegetable stuff means putting the contents or things closely together, मिलाएर राख्ने त्यो बेलेकोमा, yes. So place the vegetable stuffing onto the pieces and seal them. Now you need to close them, as we saw earlier in the picture, that now we seal them, yes. So after putting all the things, we seal momo. And grease momo perforated container with oil. What does it mean? Grease means, now what does grease means? Grease means put oil on the surface of something, on something means container, so that your momo won't get stuck in that container, okay. We need to grease means put oil on the surface of. I will show you what does that mean. So do you see, this container is called momo perforated container that has got holes, okay. So now grease momo perforated container with oil. So before putting sealed momo, so into that container, so we grease means we put oil on the surface of that momo perforated container, so that your momo won't get stuck there. So lay momo into container. Now after doing that act, what do we do is that, so we put lay momo into the container, and next heat steamer. Steamer means what? Metal pot. So heat steamer by adding water. So you need to put some water, so into that steamer, that metal pot. So you might have seen in several places. So and place sealed momo onto the steamer. Now you put that sealed momo, which are kept into the container. So that container it put on the steamer, yes, metal pot. So which has got now boiling water, yes. Steam momo over the pot of boiling water for about 10 minutes. Now the time duration for cooking is that, what is the time duration? 10 minutes. Now steam momo over the pot of boiling water means this steamer, okay. So boiling water for about 10 minutes. Serve hot momo with suitable accompaniment or sauce. Means now what do we need finally? We need sauce or accompaniment, means now like some kind of tasty accompaniment, means something that we take momo with, that is called accompaniment. I will show you in a picture. So do you see what is this called? This a bowl with something there, it is called sauce or accompaniment. Is that clear? To taste good, so we need it. Okay, students, now I hope that you all knew how to make vegetable momo. Now I hope you will be a very good cook. Now next, what is our next step? Questions for discussions. Now please turn page number 47. So you will find the same set of questions in your book on page 47. Question number isn't given there. So but after those instructions, so there are 4 questions. What are they? The same questions here. What are the instructions about? Yes, what are the instruction about? Next, why do you think the instructions are presented in numbers? Okay, so why are imperative sentences used in the text? So what happens if we don't follow the instruction sequential, means in an order? So first, what are the instructions about? No doubt, I hope you all know that what are the instructions about. It is clearly mentioned in your book and on the slide as well. What are the instructions about? Instructions are about cooking recipe for vegetable momo. So question number answer is here. So first question, what are the instructions about? The instructions are about cooking recipe for vegetable momo. Now when you write, you must write in small letters, okay, for cooking momo. Okay, and next question. Next question, why do you think the instructions are presented in numbers? So please students, discuss with your friends as well. So why do you think the instructions are presented in numbers or in a sequence? Why? Why? Why in numbers? Why do you think so? Any guesses? Please guess, start guessing. So you saw as in the earlier slide, yes, the instructions are in number from number 1 to number 15. So we saw these are the set of instructions for cooking vegetable momo. Now why do you think they are presented in numbers? Okay, why? Why? Yes, why? Because why? Because the instructions, when instructions are presented in numbers, they ensure easy learning or effective learning. So let me write it on the board. So why do you think the instructions are presented in numbers? Because they ensure effective learning or easy learning of following instructions. If the instructions are presented in number, yes, it will be easier for you to follow the instructions. Okay, and next, why are imperative sentences used in the text? Why do you think so? So you saw that in the exam, means in the set of instruction. So imperative sentence. First tell me, please tell me, so please, what do you mean by, or what are imperative sentences? Do you know? Why imperative sentences, or what are imperative sentences? You see, imperative sentences: take a bowl, make sure, wash all vegetables, chop. So all the sentences here are in imperative sentences. Imperative sentences, there are 5 kinds of sentences: assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, exclamatory. So what do you mean by imperative sentences? Imperative sentences means the sentences that start with verbs. Okay, start with verbs, base verb, or you can also say present plural forms of the verb. Okay, now you see there, take a bowl, make sure. So now the question is here, why are imperative sentences used in the text? Now you got the idea of imperative sentences, why they are used here, not the other sentences. Can you say me? Can you tell me? So why? So there are imperative sentences are used for many purposes, for making request, So please close the door, please, come here, please, and making commands, go there, sit here, tell me, so what's your name? So command, so making commands, making requests, and sometimes we also make imperative sentences for declaring a prohibition or giving permission. So if someone says, may I come in, sir? Come in. So what is this? This is what? For giving permission. So likewise now why it is used here? Because why? Why? Because for. So next question asks you why imperative sentences are used. Imperative sentences are used for making a set of instructions. A set of instructions or a set of steps. Okay. Now next, the final question is, what happens if we don't follow the instructions sequentially? What happens? If we don't follow the instructions sequentially means in an order. If the steps are not followed, so what happens? If we don't follow the instructions sequentially. So why do you think we have to follow them sequentially? Why? Why? So why? Can you tell me? So are you making guesses? Do you know? So why? Because if we don't follow the instructions sequentially, so we may miss a step. Yes, we may miss a step, or sometimes sometimes a duplication of a step could happen or is likely to happen. Okay, so if we, what is the final question? The final question. So what happens if we don't follow the instructions? If we don't follow the instructions sequentially, comma, we may miss, okay, we may miss a step, and sometimes a duplication of a step is likely to happen. So these are the things, yes, effects, if we don't follow the instructions sequentially. Is that clear? So okay students, now we knew what are the ingredients for cooking momo, and what is the recipe for cooking vegetable momo. We saw different steps there. So steps using imperative sentences. Okay, now so next step is, so 2 questions are in your book. The first one, time for writing. So on the same page 47, so what is the question there? Write a cooking recipe to prepare a cup of tea. Share your recipe among your friends. Edit your recipe and present a final copy to your class. Now what you need to do here is, now it's time for you to make a recipe for preparing a cup of milk tea. Yes, you might have tasted, and some of you might have cooked as well. So I hope you all know this. So for that, now what we need to do here is, first you make a list of ingredients. Yes, what are the ingredients for it? So for milk tea, obviously you need milk. Yes, you need some sugar, and you need water, tea dust, tea leaf. Okay, so now these are the ingredients. And then next step, now like as we did earlier, so we saw different steps on the slide, and that are also presented in your book. So write, so develop a set of instruction or a set of steps for preparing tea. Please do it yourself at your home later, and you can take help from your friends and from your teacher as well if you have any confusions regarding preparing a recipe. And the next step is, okay, next question is, read the number C, read the cooking recipe about the recipe above and convert the instruction into a cohesive paragraph. Begin your paragraph as follows. First, collect all the ingredients required to prepare momo. Then take a bowl, prepare a hard dough by adding flour, water and salt after that. So now cohesive paragraph means now we saw the steps in different numbers. Okay, now it's time for you to make a paragraph that tells you how to make vegetable momo. So now for that you need to know what are cohesive. To make a cohesive paragraph, you should know what are cohesive or sequence markers. So I have made a list here. So there are 5 kinds of cohesive markers. The first one, the use of sequence or cohesive markers. Markers means words here to convert instructions into a cohesive paragraph. So to now in a paragraph form, if you want to develop a paragraph form of cooking recipe, cooking vegetable momo, so here are a list of words that tells you that helps you in developing a cohesive paragraph for cooking vegetable momo. So first, the first word is first. How do you start? So in your book also the same word is given. The first word, collect all the ingredients required to prepare momo. So these are the words: first, then, next, after that and finally. So this number 1, the first word is first. Okay, in number 5 we have got the word finally, means accept these 2. Yes, the first one and the last word. So we repeat these 3 words. What are they? Then, next, after that. What I said? So then, next, after that. So accept the first and the last word. So the next 3 words are repeated. Okay, they are repeated according to the need. For example, let's see. Okay, now here so remember what are the 5 words? What are the 5 words? So first, yes, first, and then first, then, next, after that, finally. So first, how do you say? First, take a bowl prepare dough by mixing flour, water and salt. So next, then make sure dough rests for about 15 minutes. Students, please notice that now I am telling you now in the form means now you have to I am telling you, you need to tell these lines means write these lines in a paragraph form. Okay. So because I am using cohesive or sequence marker, first, then, next, after that and finally. So first and last word, they are not repeated, only the next 3 words are repeated for making or for developing cohesive paragraph. Make sure so first take a bowl and prepare dough by mixing flour, water and salt. Then make sure the dough rests for about 15 minutes. Next, after that, wash all the vegetable. Yes. Next, or then you could say chop cabbage, onions and spring onions finely. So after that, boil potatoes, grate them and grate carrots as well. So these are the steps given in your book. So after that, take a bowl, mix chopped cabbage, onions and spring onion, grated potatoes and carrot, soya sauce, momo, spices, ginger, garlic paste, melted butter, salt and pepper. Okay. So then portion out the dough into small pieces. Next, roll out the pieces. After that, place the vegetable stuffing onto the pieces and seal them. Next, grease momo perforated container with oil. After that, lay momo into container. Yes. Next, Heat the steamer by adding water. After that, place the sealed momo onto the steamer. Then steam momo over the pot of boiling water for about 15 minutes. Now, finally, we use the last word, and finally, serve hot momo with suitable accompaniment or sauce. The first and last words, they are not repeated, but the next three words, they are repeated. Now you can use any of them, but don't repeat the same word again. So bring variety while using. First you use that, and then this, and next after that. So don't repeat the same words again and again. Bring variety. And okay. Now I hope, students, now you got the idea. So what are the steps for cooking momo, and now I hope that you can be a good cook as well as you can be a good instructor as well, using these using the words using the words like cohesive marker. After that, so we saw 5 words. So I hope you all remember. So okay. Now, thank you very much for today's your patience, for listening to me. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you.